A very warm good morning to all. I am Karthik, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Engineering Department from SNS College of Technology. So today we are going to have a brief discussion about heat treatment, which is one of the metallurgical process, an important metallurgical process, of course. This heat treatment is used to alter the properties of a material, like strength, hardness, toughness, measurability, resistance to wear and crack, etc. Right? So let's go deeper. So, so you can see these three pictures where in these three pictures you can see the heat is used in some form, right? Either through direct fire or through heat transfer or through using a furnace, right? For furnace. So, okay. In these three things, one common is that we are going to heat the material to alter its property. So you can see in these three things, we can see in the first thing you can see anyway the property of the vegetable is going to change. It means it will be made to cook, or it may be and to cook. Second, here you can see the meat is getting softened. So in the third part you can see the material is getting red hotted, so that we can alter the properties. So in these three pictures, what the common thing is that we are heat treating. Okay, we are treating the material by using the heat. Okay, so before going to that, before going to the next topic, the heat treatment. Okay, in this heat treatment you can see it is not about heating and cooling of material, but it is about controlled heating and cooling. Means that we are going to heat the material and cool the material in a controlled manner. The controlled manner, if this controlled comes into the picture, you can see the temperature and time comes into the picture, right? So using the temperature and time means that we are going to heat the material for a particular temperature for a particular time. Okay, for a particular temperature for a particular time. Then soaking means holding it, okay, for a particular temperature and a particular time, and then we are going to cooling it out, means that we are going to reduce the temperature. So here the cooling can be made it sudden or made it rapid or slow cooling, which depends upon the time and the temperature what we are going to set. Okay, so by doing this controlled heating and cooling of this materials or metals, we can alter the properties like strength, ductility, hardness, toughness, measurability, as we discussed earlier, right? So what is the purpose? What is the main purpose of this here? What is the purpose of heat treatment? First one is to relieve the internal stress. Means that, see, if a material is hot worked or cold worked, even if we go to a fabricating workshop where you can see large steel sheets or iron sheets are there, if you walk on that, they can be stressed. Okay, so at the industry area they will say don't walk on the materials which is laid on the ground. Okay, means that if even we walk on that, we are going to apply some stress on the particular material. So this stress will create internal stress for the material. So we must have a note that, see, if you are doing a hot working or cold working or even a stamping or even a hammering or a fabrication work will increase the internal stress in the material. So in order to relieve this internal stress, we are going to use the heat treatment. So why do you want to relieve this internal stress? Means this internal stress is one of the major reason for the cracking or failure or fracture, right? So next one is measurability. Measurability, grain size and softening the metal. Means here you can see measurability. Okay, I have a metal which have high strength and hardness. Okay, but I need a material to be I need a same material to be fixed in my application, right? Okay, for that I have to machine the particular material before employing it in my application. So that for that particular hard metal you have to use some expensive techniques, or you have to use some expensive tools to harden to machine it. So before doing that, if we are using heat treatment, we can soften the material for some extent. So which is as I have indicated here. Okay, soften the metals. So once the metal is getting softened, okay, you can see so the machining is possible. So once the material is softened, the machining can be done. After the machining process, the material can be again, after machining process, again doing the heat treatment, we can get the original property which is which the material having before altering, right? So as a whole, you can say it is used to improve the mechanical properties. Okay, it is used to improve the mechanical properties. Not only mechanical properties, we can have we can increase the resistance towards wear, heat, corrosion for a particular material. And added to the point, we can alter the chemical composition of a particular material, where we can see the chemical composition means the ingredients or the alloys which is present in a particular material. But using the heat treatment, it's this heat treatment technique, we can change the chemical composition to so that the mechanical property of a particular material can be altered. So we can see the rest of things in the next class. Thank you.